And boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I have needed is GhostRunner, running on my Intel HD 620, yes, an Intel integrated graphic card, running this Unreal Engine 4 game at 720p with 75% of resolution scaling, using low settings. The only thing I'm going to change here is anti-aliasing, because as you can see, with the anti-aliasing off or medium, all the looks very shimmering all over the place, so I do recommend you to enable anti-aliasing on high, which will enable TAA, which will consume around 4 frames per second. Alright, but as you can see, all the rest of the settings are set to the lowest possible, and the game looks absolutely great, none of the less. Alright, so let's jump into the requirements, try to understand what this game were asking. So it was asking an E3 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and for the graphic cards, despite it doesn't really specify an Intel HD graphic card, you can see that they specified NVIDIA and AMD Radeon GPUs. All of them feels old and also weak. Alright, so I decided to test the game with two different settings, 720p low settings, provide this an average below 30 frames per second, so I don't recommend you to go that way. But if you use 720p low settings and apply a resolution scaling of 75%, you get a much more playable experience with averages around 40 frames per second and having an experience above 30 frames per second for the most part. And that makes the game completely playable. Although I do think that GhostRunner should be a game where you should be able to play at 60 frames per second or as close as possible to 60 frames per second. The fact is, we are playing with an Intel integrated GPU, and the fact that we are reaching averages of 40 frames per second in this game and an experience overall above 30 frames per second, I think it is pretty great, because look at these graphics. Despite it is on low, despite we are using lower resolutions than 720p, the game looks fantastic anyway. And that's what really matters, and what really matters the most it feels playable, none of the less. It is not the best experience on the world, keep that in mind. It is not 60 frames per second, it is not median settings or native 720p, but it still looks awesome. Alright, and also I do enjoy a lot the game, because GhostRunner it feels pretty much like a Mirror's Edge, alright? It doesn't have the same combat system. In fact, I think it is better, because Mirror's Edge combat system forced you to stop the run and all the adrenaline from running, and this game just keeps it, because the only thing that you do it is avoid the shots from the enemies, or at least I try to. And every time you do that, you have the opportunity to just kill the guy, and when you do it, everything it is simply so fast that you don't really lose the momentum of running that much, at least not as much as Mirror's Edge, and that is really amazing, mixed up with this amazing soundtrack that you are about to see when I shut up. I think it makes entirely sense. The difference in visuals are also very noticeable, since Mirror's Edge it is mostly a clean glass city. This is a messy cyberpunk environment, so yeah, you know how it is. The big trick about this game it is, at the time of this video, this game it is not released. I'm just trying the demo version, and the weirdest fact about this game is that the complete version at the time of this video don't have a release date. The only release date we have for this game it is that it's going to be released on 2020. We don't know which month or which day. But what I know so far is that GhostRunner will be fully playable on the Intel HD 620, so if you are interested in this game, you can pre-order the game, because it's going to run on your Intel HD graphic card, and that's really amazing, especially for these visuals, alright? Keep that in mind. And with that, I think that's all that I want to talk about GhostRunner. Any question that you have, just leave a comment on the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching. I will be waiting in here for the full version, scratching my hands like this. Okay, so thank a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
A trespasser spotted in the area. Lockdown lifted.
Go. There's no direct access to the prison tower. I'm uploading drivers for gap jammer implant. Prison towers up ahead. Hope you're not afraid of heights. Me too. I can't hold you much longer. Find my cell. There's little time. First.
Prisoner termination protocol initiated. Prisoner threat level extremely high. Prisoner released.
Free at last. Pleasure to meet you. Face to face, that is. Now, let's take a look inside. This may feel a little strange.